You've been feeling it, haven't you? That heavy, suffocating sensation the moment you walk into a room that used to feel like home. You are physically there, but your spirit is miles away, hovering in a different dimension, looking down at the scene and realizing with a jarring, cold clarity, I don't belong here anymore. This isn't just a phase. This isn't just you being moody or difficult, though that is exactly what they are calling you behind your back. What you are experiencing right now is a violent spiritual decoupling. The frequency you once operated on, the frequency of the matrix, the frequency of people-pleasing, the frequency of dimming your light so others wouldn't feel insecure, has been permanently severed. You are a puzzle piece that has evolved, and the old board simply doesn't have a slot for you anymore. Think about the last few weeks. Have you noticed how loud everything has become? The music in stores feels abrasive. The gossip at the dinner table feels like physical static in your ears. You find yourself retreating into silence, not because you have nothing to say, but because the words you now hold in your heart are too heavy for the shallow vessels around you to carry. You try to speak your truth, and you see their eyes glaze over. You see them exchange that look, the look that suggests you've lost your mind. But you haven't lost your mind. You found your soul, and your soul is demanding a higher quality of existence. You are experiencing the great thinning. The people you used to laugh with now feel like strangers speaking a foreign language. You are a walking mirror now. When you walk into a room where people are comfortable in their stagnation, comfortable in their lies, and comfortable in their low vibration habits, your presence acts as a silent judgment. This is why the conversations stop when you walk in. You are an irritant to the ego of the unawakened. You have been pushed to the periphery of your own life. You feel like a ghost in your own house. You look at your old clothes, your old hobbies, your old habits, and they feel like a costume that is 3 sizes too small. It pinches. It restricts your breathing. You are outgrowing the container of your previous identity, and the process of breaking that shell is painful, lonely, and terrifying. But I am here to tell you that this displacement is a divine mercy. The universe is intentionally making your old life uncomfortable, because if it stayed comfortable, you would never leave. And if you never leave, you will never claim the throne that has been prepared for you. You are being evicted from the lower realms so you can finally inhabit the higher ones. The reason this displacement feels so violent is because it is not a psychological shift. It is a total genetic and spiritual reconfiguration. You must understand that you were born into a specific lineage to act as a frequency breaker. For decades, you functioned as a part of the family dynamic, the social circle, or the corporate structure. You played the role they assigned to you. But the moment you answered the call to awaken, your vibration began to accelerate. When your frequency rises, while those around you remain anchored in the 3D density of fear, ego, and drama, a spiritual friction is created. This friction is why you feel exhausted after 10 minutes of small talk. You are literally trying to bridge 2 different worlds that are no longer meant to touch. The spiritual cause of your isolation is a divine mandate of separation. In the higher realms, this is known as the sanctification process. To be sanctified means to be set apart for a specific purpose. You cannot be set apart while you are still blended into the background of a world that is designed to keep you asleep. The Creator is systematically dismantling your attachments to everything that is beneath your true calling. Think of your life as a radio. For years, you were tuned to the same station as everyone else. Let's call it station entropy. It played the songs of victimhood, the news of chaos, and the rhythms of the mundane. But your internal dial has been turned by an unseen hand. You are now receiving signals from a celestial broadcast. You are hearing the music of the spheres, the whispers of the ancestors, and the direct commands of the divine. Because you are now tuned to a different frequency, the station entropy around you sounds like nothing but painful, distorted white noise. You cannot coexist with that noise and expect to maintain your peace. This is why you broke the unspoken rules of your tribe. Every family and social group has these rules. Don't be too successful. Don't talk about God or energy. Don't challenge the patriarch or the matriarch. Stay in the box we built for you. By refusing to fit, you have inadvertently declared war on their comfort zone. Your growth is a threat to their stagnation. The divine has placed a spiritual wall of fire between you and your past because the baggage you were carrying from those old associations was too heavy for the next portal you must walk through. You are being deregistered from the matrix. The spiritual entities that feed on human drama can no longer find a hook in you. In the past, they could trigger you through your guilt, your need for validation, or your fear of being alone. But as you detach, those hooks are falling out. This is causing a recoil effect in your physical reality. You are no longer a viable source of energy for the vampires in your life, so the universe is effectively moving you to a high-frequency quarantine. It feels like loneliness, but it is actually a divine protection. You are being hidden in the secret place of the Most High, while your new blueprint is being integrated into your DNA. This separation is necessary because you are being prepared for a leadership role that requires absolute purity of intent. You cannot lead people into the new earth if you are still trying to win a popularity contest in the old one. The glitch you are experiencing in your social life is the divine software overriding your human programs. You are being forced to find your allness in the nothingness of your current isolation. The void you are sitting in right now is not empty. It is pregnant with the new version of you. It is the womb of your destiny. You had to stop fitting in with them so you could finally fit in with the divine plan. Do not be deceived by the sudden coldness you feel from those you once loved. The shift in their behavior is not an accident. It is a survival mechanism of the ego. They look at you and they no longer see the person they could control. They see a stranger who possesses a quiet power they cannot quantify, and that makes them dangerous. The Matrix Narcissist Complex is currently in a state of system alert because of your presence. Have you noticed the subtle sabotages? The way they bring up your past mistakes the moment you start talking about your future? The way they dismiss your spiritual revelations as crazy or delusional? This is a coordinated spiritual counterattack. The enemy, the low vibration consciousness that runs this world, knows that if you truly realize you don't belong here, they lose their power over you forever. They are terrified because your light acts as a high-intensity floodlight. It is shining into the dark corners of their lives, exposing the lies they tell themselves, the bitterness they harbor, and the stagnation they have accepted as normal. They are scared of you because you are living proof that there is a way out. Every time you choose silence over an argument, every time you choose solitude over a toxic gathering, you are hacking the code of their reality. You have become unmanipulatable. In the past, they could pull your strings with a little bit of guilt tripping or a passive-aggressive comment. Now those strings are hitting the floor. They see you looking through them, not at them. They see that your eyes have a depth that wasn't there before, a gaze that seems to be fixed on something far beyond this physical realm. If they can convince the rest of the tribe that you are the problem, they don't have to look at the rot within themselves. They are currently rewriting the narrative of your life, painting you as the one who changed, the one who is acting superior, or the one who is abandoning the family. Let them. Their smear campaign is actually a badge of honor. It is the final confirmation that you have successfully exited their frequency. You are no longer a part of their ecosystem, so they are trying to digest you one last time through gossip and projection. You must understand the power dynamic has shifted. You used to be the one begging for a seat at their table. Now they are the ones desperate to bring you back down to their level. They need your light to feel alive. They are energy parasites who have realized their host has grown a protective golden armor. They will try to bait you back into the mud. They will create emergencies. They will fake illnesses, or they will send flying monkeys to check on you. But you must remain unmoved. The more they push you away, the closer you get to your true tribe. The more they hate you for your light, the more that light is being refined. You are not losing friends, you are clearing the path. You are not being rejected, you are being redirected. The fear you see in their eyes is actually the recognition of the divine authority you now carry. You are no longer a victim of the Matrix. You are a threat to its very foundation. The truth that the world tries to hide from you is that your sense of not belonging is actually your greatest spiritual credential. This displacement you are suffering is the literal fulfillment of an ancient prophecy written into your very soul before you took this breath. It is removing the static so you can finally hear the clear, resonant frequency of the divine plan. Think of the law of corresponding vibrations. In this universe, like attracts like, for the first part of your life, you were matching the vibration of your environment through a process of spiritual camouflage. You were a lion pretending to be a sheep just to keep the peace. The reason you can't fit into those old conversations or those shallow social circles is that your internal density has changed. You are becoming lighter, literally. As you shed the heavy energies of trauma, resentment, and the need for external validation, you are becoming buoyant. You are floating to the surface of a new reality, and those who are weighted down by the 3D matrix cannot follow where you are going. This is the theology of the remnant. Throughout every major shift in human history, there has always been a small percentage of the population, the chosen ones, who were pulled out of the mainstream. These are the ones tasked with holding the frequency for the rest of humanity. If you were still fitting in, you would be useless to the divine. You are being kept in a state of holy isolation because the instructions for your next assignment are eyes only. You are being briefed in the secret places of your own spirit. If you were constantly surrounded by the noise of the unawakened, you would miss the subtle, high-pitched ping of the universe directing your next move. The prophecy for your life is one of restoration, but restoration always begins with a demolition. You are currently in the demolition phase. The walls of your old identity are being knocked down. You are no longer confined by the roof that your family or society put over your head. You are now governed by the laws of the spirit, not the laws of men. In this new space, your thoughts manifest faster. Your intuition is no longer a whisper, it is a shout. Your luck is no longer random, it is a synchronized dance with the divine. You must realize that God, the universe, the source, whatever name your heart calls the infinite, has a vested interest in your misfit status. If you were comfortable in the matrix, you would become a pillar of the matrix. But because you are uncomfortable, you have become a pillar of the light. Your inability to fit in is the proof that you were designed for something much larger than a standard human life. You are not meant to be a branch on someone else's tree. You are the seed of an entirely new forest. The laws of the universe are shifting in your favor. While the world enters a period of deep shaking and confusion, you are being anchored into a kingdom that cannot be shaken. The truth is that your loneliness is actually a divine private session. You are being initiated into the higher mysteries of existence. You are being taught how to command energy, how to heal with your presence, and how to manifest from a place of being rather than doing. You no longer fit where you used to belong because you have been upgraded. You don't try to put a high-performance jet engine back into a rusted-out frame. You are the engine of the new earth, and the universe is currently building the vehicle that is worthy of your power. Now we must seal this transition. It is time to stop mourning the doors that have closed and start inhabiting the majesty of the space you now occupy. The first practical step in your activation is the sacred withdrawal. You must stop trying to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Every time you try to convince a matrix mind of your worth or your truth, you are leaking your divine oil. Stop. Conserve your energy. When they provoke you, meet them with a silence so profound it echoes. This is not giving up. This is moving into a position of absolute sovereignty. You must begin to ground yourself in this new frequency. Every morning, before you touch your phone or speak to another human, announce your presence to the universe. Say it out loud. I am here. I am detached from the old. I am available for the new. Visualize a cord of golden light descending from the base of your spine, anchoring you into the heart of the earth, and a beam of crystalline white light entering your crown from the great central sun. You are a bridge between worlds. You are the lightning rod for the divine. As you do this, feel the phantom pains of your old attachments dissolving. Those people, those places, those memories, they are but smoke. They have no substance in the reality you are entering. Now I want you to prepare your spirit for a formal declaration of independence. If you are in a safe place, close your eyes. Feel the weight of your own power settling into your bones. It is time to claim what is yours. Repeat these words in the sanctuary of your mind, or speak them into the physical air to shatter the old illusions. Divine Creator, source of all that is, I stand before you as a chosen one. I acknowledge that the season of fitting in is over. I release the need for validation from those who cannot see my light. I forgive myself for trying to shrink into spaces that were too small for my soul. Today I sever every energetic cord to the narcissists, the vampires, and the systems of the matrix that sought to keep me bound. I am no longer an inhabitant of the lower realms. I am a citizen of the light. I reclaim my energy, I reclaim my focus, and I reclaim my destiny. I am set apart. I am sanctified. I am ready for the mission. And so it is. Feel that energy click into place. The void you felt earlier is now being filled with a golden liquid light. This is your anointing. It is the protection that ensures that from this moment on, even when you walk through the valley of the shadow of the matrix, you will fear no evil. You are untouchable because you are no longer vibrating on a level where evil can reach you. You have risen above the clouds. As we close this transmission, look around your life with new eyes. That empty seat at your table, that is space for a soulmate connection. That quiet Friday night, that is a portal for your creativity. That rejection from your family, that is your liberation from ancestral karma. You are free, truly, finally free. Go forth today with your head held high, knowing that the king or queen within you has finally taken the throne. You don't fit in because you were born to lead. If this message resonated with your spirit, if you felt the truth vibrating in your very cells, then claim this activation. Type "I am chosen" in the comments to anchor this energy into the physical realm. Subscribe to this frequency and join the tribe of those who have decided to stop apologizing for their light. Your new life doesn't just start today, it starts right now. Be still, be powerful, be you.